Hello, welcome back to my channel, Reimagining the Workplace. This is where we discuss issues to do with healthy work cultures and healthy work environments for our employees. And in today's topic, we are going to be discussing, what does God think about my work? God is the one who ordained work. God created work, and this is how he did it. He showed us by example. He worked for 6 days and rested for 1 day, which is the Sabbath. And therefore work matters to God. And because we've been created in his image, he expects us to work. And he expects us to enjoy our work while at it. Every time he created something, he said this was good. Like he looked at it and he saw that it was good. And therefore, as people who have been created in his image, it matters to God that we do jobs, or we are in workplaces where we enjoy what we are doing, and we can stand and say, this is good, this is something that I love to do, this is something that I enjoy doing. Yeah, so God being the one who ordained work matters to him. Something else that is important to consider, to look out for, or something that we can approach work with, knowing how God views work, is to understand that God has given us our various gifts and talents with a purpose. When God created all of us, each and every one of us, he entrusted in our spirits or in our souls with a talent. Each one of us, none of us was born without a talent or a gift of which they should come into the world and serve God with and serve humans with. Yeah, so understanding that God is the one who gives us gifts. Therefore, we should value work. We should know that work is not just work. It's us being able to express what the gifts that God put in us as humans. And it's something that he expects from us as humans. That's why you should not be lazy at your workplace. That's why God does not appreciate it if we do jobs that are toxic, or if we do not like our jobs, because he knows, I created this person to do this, and that is what, and I expect them to enjoy what they are doing. Yeah, so that is very important aspect to look for, or to see God through, knowing that he gave us gifts as different as we are, so he expects us to do exactly that. So even if our jobs are different, you work as an engineer, someone else works as a secretary, someone else works as a cleaner, according to God, the callings are equal. When God created us and gifted us with these gifts, he gives us gifts that are within our capacity. If God created you and he wants you to be a shopkeeper, then he gives you the capacity to be a shopkeeper. If God creates you and he wants you to be an engineer, for example, then he puts in you the capacity to be an engineer. And therefore no job is more important than another job in the eyes of God. The callings are the same, the callings are equal. That's why in the parable of the 3 servants who were given talents by their master, when he came back, he expected the person who had the 1 talent to have done something with the talent, because he gave them according to their capacity. And that's why he was very annoyed that the guy did not do anything with the 1 talent that he got. It's the same thing with God. He expects us to take our jobs seriously, to understand that they are a calling from him, and that he will reward them. God rewards our callings depending on the capacity that he put on you. God is not going to come and expect something from you if he did not give you the capacity to deliver. Yeah, so that's a very important point to note when we want to understand how God views work, how God understands my work, or his concept in regards to the work that he has given me and the gifts that he's gifted me. Our work is service to God, is service to mankind as well. So we should approach work with that in mind. We should know that when God appoints us or gives us with a particular gift or talent, it's not for ourselves. It's not meant to benefit us only. It will benefit us, yes, but it also benefits others. We do it for him, as service to him, because it's in obedience with him. Doing what God created us to do is like obedience to him. It can be a form of worship even. Yeah, and he expects us to serve others through our work, through our gifts, through our talents. So it's important to view work in that perspective of God. We should also approach work with the knowledge that we are ambassadors of Christ in our workplace. This is what I mean. When God gives you gives you a job, whatever kind of job that you're doing, he sends you there as an ambassador of Christ. He sends you there to represent him, to work for him. Like we said in the first point, that he expects you to work as if you're working for him, like literally. So when you go to any workplace, represent God, be a representative of God, do what is right, be obedient at the workplace, relate well with other employees. If possible, speak to your fellow employees about God. Let them see Jesus Christ in you as you work, because you are ambassadors of Christ at our workplace. Rest. Rest is important to God. He himself rested on the 7th day after doing work for 6 days. There's no rest unless there's work. Everyone has to labor first before they even enter rest. Those two are intertwined. They are one thing. And that's one of the things that we should consider or look into as we look at how God, or we try to understand that God enjoys us working, especially if we are working, we are doing things that he's ordained us to do, and he expects us to rest as well. So rest is a very fundamental part of work. So in conclusion, we can say that God expects us to worship him through work. He expects us to be inseparable, to be one at the workplace, not to be different people in church and different people in our workplaces. God expects us to bring the world of the church to the workplace, and the world of the workplace to the church. I don't know if that makes sense, but he expects us to worship him through our jobs. If we understand things that we've outlined up here, you'll realize that God values work. It matters to him. He wants us to be happy at our workplace. He does not expect us to be confused at our workplace. He's created harmony around work because it's his ordination. He's the one who ordained work, like we said earlier. And therefore, God expects us to enjoy our work. Now that we know God is very much 100% involved, and our work matters to him. So how does your work affect your relationship with God and with other people? That should be the question that every employee asks themselves as they work, as you do whatever it is that you're doing. How does your work affect your relationship with God and with yourself and with others? All the three are benefiting from this relationship. It's like a triangle. God is up here, then there's you, then there's others. Are you all mutually benefiting from the fact that you're working? Or is it something that serves one person, maybe you, and God does not fit in your workplace? Or others, or humans, other people do not benefit from your work? Yeah, so I think as we approach work, we should approach it knowing that it matters to God, and God wants us to enjoy our work. If you like this kind of content, kindly feel free to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. That way, every time we upload a new video, you'll be notified and you will watch our content. Thank you so much. Goodbye.